All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome back to the fourth class, the fourth series in a beginner's class for trading the online market, the Forex market, the crypto market, the stock market, and anything that has to do with the charts. And like I told you, with this platform, with what you're going to learn, you will be able to trade all the major indices in the world. You'll be able to trade commodities. You'll be able to trade gold. Yeah, I tell you, you'll be able to trade gold. You'll be able to trade wheat, cocoa. No cocoa. Is it cocoa or cocoa? I'm a Yoruba man. Cocoa. You'll be able to trade cocoa with this platform. I'm going to show you. You will see it that the prices of this thing are determined on this platform. So if you are privileged to understand it, you are good. So if you have not watched the first, second, third videos, you better go start from the beginning so that you have a comprehensive knowledge on this particular skill set. It's a skill set that will empower you for the rest of your life. Now, talking about empowerment and things, we're going to be going further today. As the last video, we talked about pips identification, how you calculate pips, and so on, so that when we start to use it practically in class, you will not be confused. You will be able to understand it as it were. All right. Okay, so let's go. Now, today we are going beyond these levels. Please, if you have not watched this video where we talk about pips identification, go watch that video. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is pips identification. How do you identify pips? Lot size management. We talked about yesterday. No wonder there's a mix up there. This lot size management, how to put the lot size. So what is lot size in Forex? Now, when you talk about lot size is that amount, that's the units you use to enter into the trade that determines the level of profit or loss that you are making based on your capital. Now, there are three major ones, but at times some school of thought say four. We have what we call the nano lot, micro lot, mini lot, and standard lot. We're going to be doing it practically so that you understand it and how to use it. Now, most of the time when you take up a trading platform, your MT4 or your MT5, you're going to be using, this is the minimum you'll see on your MT4 platform, 0.01. 0.01 is what we call micro lots, and mini lots is 0.10, while standard lot is 1.0. This is a standard lot. So micro lot starts from 0.01 to 0.09. Mini lot starts from 0.1 to 0.99. That's 0.99. Then standard lot starts from 1 up to 30, 100, if your account can carry it anyway. So now, why do we have these lots? The standard lot in trading is 1. But before now, it takes people that are rich for them to trade the Forex market. But because of as advancement began, people started looking for how can people with small money play in this market also. And that is where that issue of leverage came in, where you will see a broker will tell you can trade with a leverage of 200. So what is leverage of 200 saying? It means that if you come with your $100 in the market, with your $100, the system, because of leverage of 200 that you are having, the system will be seeing it as if you are playing with about 20,000 naira. Are you following? It will seem as if you are playing with about 20,000 naira, even though your money is just $100, so that it can allow you to be able to pick trade. The bigger the leverage, the more opportunity you have to trade. But then the more risky your trade could be. So when we talk about the lot size now, what lot size should I use? I don't want to bore you with the scientific calculation or computation of lot size. I just want you to have a clear understanding of the lot size. Now, lot size works together with pips. Lot size works together with pips. When you are looking at, if I'm entering a trade, with 0.01 lot size, and the trade moves 10, the trade moves 1 pip in my favor. It moves 1 pip in my favor. Please, I want you to get this. I'm trading with 0.01 lot size, and the trade moves 1 pip in my favor. If it moves just 1 pip, we learned how to calculate pips in the other class. So if it moves 1 pip in my favor, what would I have earned? I would have earned $0.1 or 10 cents. If I use 0.1 lot size, I have an account. My account is $100. My account is $100. And in that $100, somebody is trading and he used 0.01 lot size. The market moves 5 pips in his favor. Just 5 pips in his favor. How much would he have made? He would have made 0.1 times 5. That means he would have made $0.5 or 50 cents. Now, another person who is having the same $100, but this person decides to trade with 0.1 lot size as against 0.01. Why will I be wasting my time? I want to make more money. Because I want to make more money, I decide to use 0.1 lot size. When I use 0.1 lot size, the market moves in my favor. 5 pips. Wow. Instantly. That's 1 times 5. That means I will have made $5. $5. Can you see? With my $100, I have made $5 just because the market moved in my favor. 5 pips. Now, with my $100, guys, if I decide to enter the market with 1 standard lot size, just this 1 standard lot size, and the market moves 5 pips, just the same 5 pips in my favor, I'm going to make $50. Guys, I will make $50. If it's 5 pips here, I'll make $50. All right? Here, I would have made just $5. Just $5 here. And here, I will have made $0.5. Okay, quickly, let me ask you this. Just put it in the chat box. Which one would you love to trade with? Would you love to trade with the standard lot size, the mini lot size, or the micro lot size? Which one? If you are just going to get 5 pips in this market, 5 pips. So which one will you use? Put it in the chat box, guys. Which one would you use? Which one would you use? What will you use? Yes, put it in the chat box. Standard, mini. Okay. Ademola said micro. Okay. Lossie says standard. Carry over. Benjamin said mini. Okay. Lawrence said standard. Okay. Mr. Ademola said money management. Oh, I've learned my lesson. Okay. All right, guys. Now, guys, let me tell you this. You know, I was talking about the profits. I didn't tell you about the loss. You see, because the thing moved in your favor, 5 pips, you made a profit. Oh, it's good. one standard lot size, $50, pium, immediately. But what if the market goes against you first? Remember, market does not go up straight. This is how the market goes: up, down, up, down, up. See, this before it goes that 5 pips up, let's say you bought, it could have come down like this up to 10 pips before it will go up that 5 pips to give you your profit. And imagine if you use one standard lot and the market goes 1 pip and 10 pips, the market goes 10 pips against you with one standard lot. Oh, in a twinkle of an eye, your money is gone. Your money is gone. If you use mini lot size, if the market goes against you 10 pips, you have lost $10. You have lost $10, we remain $90. But if you use 0.01, oh, 10 pips against you, you've just lost $1. Just $1. So you still have what? $99 to play with. I hope you got this. So in this case, we always tell people money management, risk management is very key. As good as Forex is, this is what has blown a lot of people's accounts. Inability to know how to calculate the lot size that they are to use in their trade. When we get to the place of money management, I'm going to be showing you how to calculate what some people will say. If you have between 100 to 300, use 0.01. If you have between this, no, that is an amateur way of computing your lot size. The lot size, your lot size that you are going to be using must be dependent on what you are ready to risk in the market. Okay, I want to risk 10% of my account. If I want to risk 5% of my account, and I have 10,000, I have $1,000. I say I want to risk 5%. What is 5% of my $1,000? $1,000, 5% is $50. If I lose $50 out of $1,000, oh my God, it's not going to affect me now. I can always be in the market. So I am ready to risk that amount. This business is all about risk and reward. Risk and reward. You must always put that R and R. Risk and reward. Nobody goes into this market without anticipating a risk of loss. You must go with the sense that, somebody say, by the grace of God, I will not lose. Principles are principles. Don't say by the grace of God, you will not lose. And then you are using one standard lot size to trade a $100 account. And God will tell you, it's just like say, jump from upstairs and then you say he will give his angels charge over you. No. So you have to be careful. When we get to money management, I'm going to be showing you how you calculate the lot size that you are to use for each trade that you take. All right. So that is lot size management, lot sizing as it were. So now the next thing we want to look at is the trading platform itself. The trading platform. I'm aware that a lot of us don't have. This is your first time. You've not seen that. You've only been seeing this thing somewhere. But today we are going to look practically into the trading platform. So because I know that quite a number of us may not have the laptop. What you are seeing here is a laptop view. This is a laptop view of the MetaTrader 4. We have the MetaTrader 4 and we have the MetaTrader 5. MetaTrader 4 is the older version. MetaTrader 5 is the new one that they are trying to use to replace. Now, there are other trading platforms. It's not only the MetaTraders that we have. We have other trading platforms. But the one that is common with traders is MT4, MT5. So, I want you, I don't know how convenient it will be once you are listening to me. I want you to go. If you have not done this, it's a mistake. I should have told you to do this earlier. But what you need to do, where will you see this MetaTrader? Your MetaTrader. You are going to see it. You go to Play Store. So whether you are using the iPhone or the iPhone or an Android phone, whichever phone you are using, you can always go you can always go to this to that place to get the Play Store. You know, we have the Play Store, we have the iStore now. All right. So now I'm going to be using the phone to explain this process. If you can't follow, if you want to watch it as we are doing it, then after you do it yourself, or you can be doing it just now. If you have your spouse, your partner, you can get the phone of somebody and then just follow it as we are doing it. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go to Play Store. I'll go to Play Store to go and download MetaTrader. Now install, or if you want to use the MT4, MT4, if you search it, you look at it. I'm talking about the one I'm referring to is the one you can see, this one, the one with 4. You can see MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4. That's the one you are going to download. As at the time of this recording, we're working with 2 brokers. The first is Axi Select and the other is Capital Extend. Now, for those people that want to be funded, to have extra funds to trade the Forex market, you fund your Axi account, while we use Capital Extend as our incubation account. For those that want to grow their account with our assisted trading program, they will use this account. Now let's go. From the link that will be provided in the description area or in the comment section below, you're going to see a link to register with the broker. For you to be able to trade and have the trading platform, just like we've explained, you need a broker's platform. So when you click that link for the Capital Extend, you're going to see a registration page like this. So let's quickly do this registration, as it were. So you fill in your registration details and click on register. As soon as the registration is completed, you are brought to this interface and you click the 3 line to your top left. When you click the 3 line to your top left, you see my account. That's on the profile, wallet, funds. Then you have my account. Open a trading account. When it opens the trading account, what we want to do is we want to use the demo account. This is a kind of account. Demo just means, it simply means demonstration account. And all brokers have it on their platform for you to practice. Unfortunately, many persons don't use it to practice. And I want to tell you today, for everyone watching this video, I'm going to give to you $10,000 for you to just go and enjoy yourself, practice, and you learn the market. Well, that is on a lighter mode. So here we have 2 kinds of accounts. We have the MT4 and the MT5. Right below, we also have the live account, where you want to put in your money into the account. That's when you come to the live account. That's not what we want to do today. What we want to do is to set up a demo account. We all understand how to use the MT4 account. So I'm going to click on select an account type. So here I have MT4 standard, MT4 ECN demo. This is a demo account anyway. So here, currency is USD. Leverage, I always advise, use a leverage of 1 to 200. When you choose a higher leverage, you risk your money the more. In fact, in some advanced countries, they don't allow more than 50, 30, and so on as leverage. Now, select the amount? Since I told you guys I want to give you $10,000, but let's come very close to our reality. Our reality is, maybe when you want to start, you want to start with about $2,000. Let's take $2,000 to start to use as practice money. Once you click on that, you click on open demo account. Now your demo account has been created. So you can see, after registration, it brought me to this page. So now the next thing is this: I will have to go to the mail that I registered. In that mail, they will have sent me information to log into my MT4. I'm going to show you how the MT4 looks like. And if you don't have one, you go to Play Store or iStore to download. You're going to see a logo just like this. And you can go on the broker site also to download this application. After downloading the MT4, you will see an interface like this. you might not see capital extend because I had this one open before. So here, I'm going to click on the plus sign at the top here. I click on the plus sign. When I click on the plus sign, it's asking me to open a demo account or log into an existing account. I'm going to click open an existing account because I already have an account, the account that we just created. So what is the name of my broker? Capital Extend. You're going to be doing the same thing for your Axis Select for those of us that will be doing the funded account. So here we have the live account, we have the demo account here. So we are dealing with the demo account. The login ID number, it's as given, you will see it in your email. So I go to my email, I copy it and I paste it, and then the password also. After I'm putting the password, it's showing me the account that we just registered now, and you can see right at the top there, you can see that it's a demo account. Now let's go in. We're going to take it step by step. I know there are some of you that have passed this level, but please pay attention so that you can help others to learn this aspect also. So we are going to look at the accounts. You see from the top, you see accounts. I've touched on that. You want to change a lot of things there. You can see your name and everything there, and you will see the plus. If you want to add another broker, that's when you use this plus sign at the top. That's when you want to add your live account. And when you want to change your password, investor's password, and so on, you use the three dots at the top right. Now, but at this time, we want to go into this account, the $2,000 funded account. You can see another demo account just at the bottom there, where I have about $100,000. That means I can even trade and practice with $100,000. So let's look at the top. Just go now to the bottom, the first icon to your bottom left, the two arrows, one going up and one facing down. So when I click on this, please pay attention in this area now. Pay attention here now. Okay, here is what we call the quote list. It shows us various pairs that can be traded. Now at the top there, you see USD CHF, GBP USD, Euro USD. They are called pairs. They are in pairs. Euro USD, that's Euro versus United States dollar. You see GBP USD, that is pounds versus United States dollars. I guess, can you tell me what this USD CHF is? USD CHF. I guess you're already saying maybe it's USD versus Chinese. It's not Chinese. You know, that was what I thought when I started also. CH, when I saw CH, I thought it was Chinese. No, it just means USD CHF is dollars versus the Swiss francs. Okay, so and from this platform, I can decide to trade whatsoever I want to trade. If I want to trade gold, I just need to come to the top here. Any pair that is not on this list, I click on this plus sign at the top. When I click on the plus sign, I can click if I know the symbol. Is that I know the symbol, or I can pick it up from here. I know that gold is under metals. So if I click on gold here, I can pick XAU USD, XAU UXD, that is gold. So the moment I click on gold, I can go back to that place. Can you see it's already listed in my quotes area, XAU USD. If I want to trade commodities, I want to trade cryptocurrency, I want to trade oil and gas. If you come to this place, you see energy, you see WTI USD. This is talking about oil, crude oil. You don't need to go and have an oil tank and things. You can sit down in your home and trade the oil, because the prices and the prices you see here is the same price that you are going to see in the open market. All right, so this is where you pick. If I want to trade crypto, you can see different crypto, BTC, USD, and so on and so forth. This is the place where you can add more pairs to your trade, to your trading pairs. So if I click on Forex here, if maybe let's say I want Euro USD, I'm going to search. I can search for it from here. EUR USD. Okay, I click on it. Once you click on it, it's already appearing in this trading list. All right, I hope you're getting that. Now let's look at even this chart, this quotes list itself. You see on there are two lines here now. There are three columns. One is telling us the pair. The second, which is the middle, is what we call the bid price. We call it the bid price. And then the last one, the last column, we call it the asking price. So what does the bid? Bid means the buying price, and asking means the selling price. When you look at GBP USD, what it simply means now is this: the pounds is weightier than the dollar. That means you need about $1.3388 to acquire the pounds. So that is what it is as at now. Now look at something there. Under the currency pair, let's just take them one by one. Look at where we are having GBP USD. You can see the time as at the time of recording, and you see there's what we call the spread. The spread is the difference between the asking price and the bid price. The difference between the asking price and the bid is called the spread. We can simply say the difference between the buy and the sell price of a particular currency pair. That is what you call the spread. So you can see spread of 1, 2, 0. The lower the spread, the better for you. You want to trade pairs with smaller spread. So that is that here. And on the pair there, you can see low. Under the pair, you can see something low, low, high. Low simply means the lowest that the price of that currency has gotten to as at that day, and high is the highest price the currency has gotten to as at that time. Now please note something. Remember, in the class FX 103 we talked about pips. If you have not watched that video, please go and watch that video so that you can have a better understanding of how this pips is calculated. So you can see on the USD JPY 144.51 as against, look at Euro USD. In the Euro USD, you have 4 digits. The fifth one, which you call the pipette, is the one that is just put at the top. Some brokers will write it in different ways, so it's just looking as if it's raised to power 2 or 3 or something there. So you get that. Now let's go to the next one. What is the next item there? The next item, let's go down. You can see the movement as price is changing. This is a live chart. You see the prices are changing, turning red, blue. When it changes to blue, that means prices are going up. When it is red, that means it is coming down. Price is never static in the market at any time. So let's go to the second item below, the ones that look like the candles there. Okay, so let's click on that. Here you're going to see that we have some green and red candles. You know, in the previous class I told you these are candles. They can be of any color. You can change them to any color of your choice. Your background can be white, can be red. So don't it's just your choice. So don't see it somewhere and say this person's one is looking like this. Choose the kind of colors that you want. So here, if I tap on the screen, just a little tap on the screen, it gives me the kind of candle, whether it's a 4 hours candle. If I want the 4 hours candle, I will just click on H4. So with this, I know that for each candle here is a 4-hour candle, just like I showed us on the desktop application. So let's look at this. So these are various. Let's say now I want to pick the. You can see at the top of this. All right, right here at the top, you can see XAU USD H4. So when looking at this chart, I know that this is gold's chart. For Paraventure, I don't need gold. I'm trying to trade some other currency. So what do I need to do? So to check other currency, I come back to the first one that we had. That first one where we had the arrows, the first icon. Let me annotate it again. That's this one at the bottom here. This one here. Okay, so I'm going to go there and pick on the chart that I want to see the candle. So let's take AUD. Let's take AUD USD. When I pick AUD USD, or best, let me come to Euro USD. If I click on Euro USD, you can see new order, open chart, symbol property, simple view mode. So if I click on open chart, it's going to open the chart, and this is the Euro USD chart. If I tap on it again, on the surface of it, I can change this to a monthly chart, a weekly chart, a daily, 4 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute chart. Now, the one under here, you see the one with the blue line just at the bottom is the RSI. That is an indicator, but we are not talking about indicators now. We're just concentrating on the candles. I've shown you how the candles are formed. As I said, if you have not watched the Forex 103, you had better go watch it so that you have better understanding of this. So let's speak. Now, I want to make you see something here. You can see that on this chart. So you can see right on the code sheet that XAU USD and Euro USD, it seems to be lighter than the others. That means there is an issue here. These ones that are bolder, that's the last two that are bold, means that they are active pairs. These other ones, for one reason or the other, on this broker, maybe this is not the right one. So if I want to trade, take for instance, I want to trade USD card. If I click on USD, I just down pressed it. It's not, I down pressed it and it brought this. You can see it's not showing me new order. That means I cannot trade with this. But if I click on Euro USD, you can see new order there. So I just needed to show you this in case you come across something like this. So here we've talked about the candle. So I can change this to 1 hour candle, I can change it to 1 minute candle, and so on and so forth. And if you remember, I told you the color is not peculiar, it's not a static thing, it is yours. For me, I chose that the green candles are going to be my bullish candle. That means the buying candles, while the color red will be the selling candle. That's the bearish candles. All right. So that with the second one. Let's look at the third item. Let's look at the third item. When I say the third item, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this third one here. All right. So what does it stand for? So let's click on it and see. When you have an active trade, this is where it appears. So you can see the balance, the equity, and the free margin. What is the balance? The balance is your deposit. The money that you actually deposited is called your balance. But remember, I gifted you some money at the beginning. For this account, we just gave ourselves like $2,000, and you can choose any amount you want as far as the demo account is concerned. But in the real life trading, it's going to be your own real money. Then underneath it, we have the equity. What is the equity? The equity is the amount of money that you actually own in the market, your real money. Now, let me explain something to you. I'm going to do some practicals there. But before, I need to go through all this explanation before I go ahead with that. So you can see the balance and the equity. Then we also have free margin. Now, when you are in a trade and the trade is in profit, when the trade is in profit, you will see your equity. Let's take, for instance, we're in a trade and we have a profit of $500. So our equity will be reading 2,500. 2,500, while the balance is going to be reading 2,000. Now, when the trade is closed, when you close the trade, that means you've claimed the profit. Once you claim the profit, you see the two amounts now becomes 2,500, 2,500. In the same vein, where it is a loss, where we are trading and we are in a losing trade, what will happen? Let's say a losing trade of 500. That means our equity in this situation will be what? 1,500. The equity is going to be 1,500 while the balance is 2,000. And if we have to realize that loss, we close that trade, that means the balance also will now become 1,500 and the equity too will become 1,500. We are going to take some practicals in that area, but not before I explain some other aspects. The free margin is telling us the amount, the kind of, how much do you have? How much do you have that you can trade with? That is what you call your free margin. When you trade and you make a lot of losses and you don't have much money to trade again, that is when you hear them tell you that you have a margin call. When you have a margin call, oh my, that account is about good as gone. So let's go to the fourth item, the one that looks like a trade below. Let's look at that. When I click on that, this tells me the deposit and my balance, and it gives you the record of all the trades. It shows you the record of all the trades. Just look at, if you look at this date, this account now tells us that this account was funded $2,000 on the 20th of May. You see that then. You see that then. All right. So let's look at the fifth item quickly. This is where you see the news, various news that comes into the market. Just take the time to go through them also. And the last one is where you have messages and notifications and so on. So with this, you have a basic idea about the MT4. Now, critical. The next thing we want to be looking at is how do you place trades on this platform? Placing trade on this platform, you have to understand the different kind of trades or the different kind of orders that you can place. So let's come to this Euro USD. I come to my currency list and I click on this. So I'm going to click on new order. Maybe I got a signal for me to trade, or I saw maybe there's from my indicator, the way I'm trading, I saw, okay, the market is going up. I need to buy or I need to sell. So what do? We are looking at how to take trades now. So pay attention. So I click on this Euro USD, just long press on it, and then I will click on new order. Okay, so when I click on new order, it tells me Euro USD. Now there are different kind of orders. Just look at this. Please pay attention here. You don't want to make mistake here. Here we have market execution. I'm going to press on that market. I'm going to tap on the market execution, and you see when I tapped on it, you can see buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, and sell stop. I will make a very quick explanation on this right now. What is market execution? Market execution is that I went into the market. I don't want to waste time. I want to buy or I want to sell instantly. I don't want, it's just like you going to the market and you ask your daughter to go to the market. She goes to the market. You just say, come, my customers are waiting for me. Go and buy me this bag of rice in the market. Any amount, just buy it. I need to settle this customer quickly. And the lady went into the market. She saw a bag of rice. She's not even going to price it. She's not going to say, is it going to take 100,000 or 90,000? No, she wants to buy it immediately so that she can go back. So whatsoever the price that they call it, she's going to buy. That is instant market execution. So she buys it immediately. That's when you are going into the market without any hesitation. That's what we call market execution. Instant execution. So it can be a buy or it can be a sell. So let's just take an example. Let's say we have the gold chart. Just look at the gold chart again. This is our gold. This is the chart. So we have, for whatsoever reason, we've looked at our chart. Our chart is fine, and we are saying that we can buy this market. Please do not just go on the platform and click buy, sell. You are gambling. For you must know why are you buying and why you are selling. So I have looked at, by the end of this training, I've considered a lot of things, and I said, okay, this market, when I say the market, what I mean is the Forex market. When price is moving, we call it the market is moving. So quickly, I want to buy this market. I want to buy the gold here now. Don't worry. I mean, if you buy the gold, it doesn't mean you are going to be wearing the gold. You can just make the order. So I come back to where I have these arrows, where I have my quotes. I'm going to long press on this, and it gives me new order. So I click on new order, market execution. Now, pause. Hold on. And look at below here, you can see buy and sell just at the bottom there. You can see buy and sell and buy. But before I buy or I sell, I want to be sure what is the lot size that I am dealing with. Remember, we talked earlier about the lot size. The lot size can determine whether you are going to stay long in this market or you will pack your bag and go home as early as you came. So here, what I want to do, I want to change my lot size. Because of the amount that I have, I want to trade with 0.01. I want to enter the market with 0.01. That is the first thing you have to address before going into the market. Be careful. Don't say, I made a mistake. I didn't know it was 1 there. Be sure of what you want to do. So, market execution, and I have 0.01. The next thing, I will come to this place and click on, I want to buy. Look at this. You can see this buy sign here. You have the sell sign on the other side. So here, let's go. I'm going to click on buy. So when I clicked on buy, done, boom, can you see? Instantly, I am in the market. I am in the market. You should begin to understand these terminologies and all these things there. Now, when we say I am in the market, that means the market has filled me in. My money is active now. Now you can see there's, because of the spread in the market, you can see I have 0.06 minus. When you see red, that means it's a negative. And then you see 0.47 at the top. You can see the top here. You can see 0.47 here. Now, this has factored in your actual position and the spread as it were, as at the time of this recording, because we are nearing the market close. The market is about closing, so the spreads are high and you will see a lot of things. But then we are not after whether profit or anything now. It's for you to understand why we're doing what we're doing. Now, look at what I explained in the balance and the equity. Can you see that the balance is 2,000? The equity is what? 1999.53. Now, why is it 0.5? Why is it not 2,000? Because there's a floating loss at the top here of 0.47. Wow, I think even as I speak, the market has closed. Wow, okay, that is part of this. You must understand this is about 10 o'clock. This is about 10 o'clock. The market closes, and then maybe like in the next 1 hour, the market will come up again. Well, this is going to affect some of the illustrations that we intend to do, but there's no problem. You will still get the idea and you'll be able to practice it on your own. So equity is this. If this was in profit, you will see the equity will be higher than the balance. If I decide to close this trade now, let's say I want to close this trade. How do I close this trade? I'm going to press on it. You see, just made a long press on. I clicked on where I have Euro USD. I pressed on it, and here I see close order, new order, modify order, and the chart. In this case, I want to close the order. So if I click on close order, it tells me you will close. Can you read it? See the thing at the bottom? It said you will close with a loss of 0.06. All right. So if I say yes, let's click on it. Can you see? It says market closed. It says market closed. But somebody said, oh, I thought you said that the Forex market is always opened 24/5, that is throughout the day. Yes, this period, why we say the market is closed is that about this time, the US session is closing, paving way for the Asian session. The US market opens from the afternoon, let's say at about 2 a.m. let's say about 2 p.m. depending on the day saving period that we have, till about 9 or 10 p.m. depending on daylight saving period of the year. So once that happens, in the next 1 hour, you see the Asian market that's the New Zealand, the Australia, and so on, their own market will become active because they are just waking up. So they are going to be more active in the market. All right. So I guess you have that understanding now. All right. So let's go back. We can't close this trade now because the market is closed. So this is the one we call instant order. It took us in immediately. Let's see the second option. Let's come back to this gold. And this time around, we don't want to enter. I'm sending this girl to the market. I want to buy this gold at the lowest price possible. I don't want you to just buy me at any price. I'm going to Onitsha market. I want to go make my pricing. I will go from one shop to the other, look at the price. I want to get the best price. Remember, we said buy low and sell high. Buy low. So as a business person, I'm looking for how to buy low. I want to buy at a low price. That's what you do now. When you go to the market, you price there, you price there, you price there, you price there, because you are looking for a lower price. That is when you use the pending order. So I'm going to click on new order. And then here, instead of market execution, I'm going to click on buy limit. Buy limit. Now, when I click on buy limit, I'm going to adjust my lot size to make sure that I'm using the lot size that I'm to use. All right. And then what is the price? Currently, this is the market price. Let's say the market was active. This is the bid price. This is the bid price. All right. But now I don't want this price. I want a lower price. The lower price can be 3280.13. Now, this is not just a guesswork. You must have seen it from the indicators or something that you are using. So here, let's look at this. I'm taking a price lower than the bid price. You can't buy higher than the bid price. You have to buy lower than the bid price. So here, let's say I have this 3289. Let's say I'm going to buy at 3280.99 or something like that. So this is a lower price than the bid price. So if the market was active, all I need to do is to do what? I will click on place. When I click on place, because the market is closed, it's going to tell me it's closed right now. If I click on place, you will come to this side, and on this page, you will see it is going to be showing here. It will show something around this region. It will show around this region as pending order. As pending order. All right. So the same thing goes for the sell also. When you want to make a sell, remember you sell high and buy low. I want to make sure that I am selling, I can get the price at a very high level so that when it comes down, I'm going to make profit. All right. So let's go back to the currency pair again. Euro. Let's take the gold again. I click on gold. I click on new order. New order. Now this time I want to sell. I want to see if I can sell at a very high price. So I'm going to click on sell limit. So at times you might be trading and somebody is saying set a sell limit or set a pending sell order. Pending. That means you are not going in immediately. So now I set a sell limit. Remember, when you are selling for the sales, you are selling at a price. You are going to be selling at a price higher than the asking price. The price must be higher than the asking price. If at any time you are trying to sell at a price lower than the asking price, it will tell you wrong entry. It will not take you in. So I want to sell at a price higher. Sell high. Sell high. So here, let me put the price. What is the price that I want to sell? I have 3290. I can decide to sell at 3295. So this price, what I'm saying is this. What I'm simply saying is this. Okay, once I've done that, I click on place, and but now the market is closed. It's not going to take us in. So let me go and show you. What it means is this. 3295. Look at this. Let me show you 32. Where 3295? If just look at that white something at the corner, 3295. Can you see where that thing, assuming the market is opened, this is where I'm going. You see where the cross, that cross sign, you can see 3295. That is where I want my price to be. But presently, price is around 3289. So I'm saying I'm not going to sell until price comes up. If it comes up, based on my analysis, it's going to come down. So I wait there. You don't have to chase the market. It's a good trading strategy also. I might be lucky. Price can come up to that place based on my analysis, or from this place where it is, it can continue going down. If it continues going down, I have not lost nothing because I'm not yet in the market. Unlike this buy as this instant buy that I'm already in the market, if it's going down now, I will make a loss, and if it's going up, I will be making profit. I hope you get this. It's just very simple. If you don't get it at the first instance, please watch the video again. All right, so let's go again and click on that place, new order. Let's click on new order again, and this time around we want to look at buy stop. Buy stop. What is the meaning of buy stop? Now, this is the only situation where you buy, you set a buy above the bid price. Remember, with your buy limit, I said you can only set limits below the bid price. But with buy stop, you can set a buy above the bid price. Now, on what situation or what kind of thing can happen for us to make that kind of trade? Or maybe there's a kind of resistance at this level, and I'm looking at price may break this place. If it breaks this place, we call it a breakout, and it continues to go up, I want it to buy for me and go up. That is one. But don't worry, you will get to that at a different class. It might be too much for you in this class right now. So the same thing for a sell stop. For a sell stop, that is the only period where you can sell below the asking price. You are saying maybe when price is coming down, you should just pick you on the way and continue going down, and you make your money. So that is that for the bid, the other positions. All right. Anytime you take up your MT4 and you see there's a sign here, that means you are in the market. But where this place is empty, you are out of the market. When this is showing, when this is blue, it means you are making profit. But when it is red, it means you are having what you call a draw down. That is when you hear draw down. And you see this place too will be red. You can have different pairs, different currencies being traded at the same time. I hope with this you understand how to use the MT4 on your mobile. Combine this knowledge with the one we had on the desktop application. You would have had a better understanding on how to take trades in the market. So this is very, very important. Then the other part I needed to just quickly tell you is that don't just go into the market and say I have $500. I'm going to trade 0.1 lot size and things. You don't just jump and say I'm going to trade 0.1 lot size. If you go trade 0.1 lot size on a certain pair, you can be under trading. So there's what we call the lot size calculator, which we've explained, and I'm still going to explain it further in subsequent videos. How do you know the right lot size to take for any trade? So ladies and gentlemen, I think with this you have a better understanding of what the MT4 is like and how you use it to take trade. I've shown you how you can use it to close up a trade, you can use it to close a trade partially, and so on. Some of those things, as we go on in the class, you will learn them as we go. Guys, let me know in the chat box right now, guys. Let me know in the chat box. Did you gain something here? Do you have a better understanding? Is it getting clearer for you, guys? I hope I have not missed you on the way. Hope I have not lost you on the way. Did you get it? the MT4. Did you get it? Okay, Mr. Demola said yes. Okay, Lawson said yes. Awesome, awesome. Yes, let me get you, everyone on the call. Did you get these parts? The practical understanding the MT4. We're going to take it again because this is your major tool for trading. This is your major trading tool. So you need to understand its workings so that by the time we go on, by the time we go and we start talking about strategies, you will know this is why we are doing this. And it's the same principle whether it's MT4 or MT5. It's just, some terminologies and things like that. So ladies and gentlemen, we will have to go and complete this lecture in the next video. All right. So thank you for listening. Thank you for the time that you've taken. Hope to see you in the next video as we continue the learning process. Once again, is your friend and partner, Olusola Popola.
Waking up at dawnlight, breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm